Alright, let me make sure my mic and everything's working, guys. Just give me a sec. Go ahead and check my mic settings and make sure everything's online correctly. Come on, register the mouse, please. There we go. Let's go to audio, make sure everything's on the download. It looks like the audio is working pretty well. Let's try reducing background noise. Check 1, check 2. Looks like it's all set, so let's go back to audio settings. Saved it to check 1, check 2. Alright. Good evening, Retro Fam. My name is Retroween. How you doing, huh? And tonight we're gonna do the first video on the Retroween celebration because our ungodly / our holy of Retroverse answers have been God damn, I did that wrong. Our holy Retroverse prayers have been answered because we finally got it. Because my lovely mother, she had picked me up a boo bucket from McDonald's. There it is, right there. The McMonster bucket this time, not the McPumpkin bucket. And quite frankly, I'm feeling great because there were chicken nuggets in here. And then my lovely sister told me to knock on her door and say trick or treat, which I think was clever and awesome. Give me some of these Tiger Pops. And those will be used up pretty nicely. But while we're out, let's dim the lights a bit because this is kind of not returning themed that the lights are on. So give me a sec. Enjoy the music. Alright, guys, so welcome to the Retroween stream. I wanted to first and foremost get this hello to some of you beautiful people in the chat. We got Chillin' with Kobe. What's going on, Chillin' with Colbs? And we got Augustus S. I don't believe I've seen you on my channel before, but welcome, Augustus. Much love and appreciation, my friend, for coming to such a wholesome channel and saying hello, of course. So, cheers. Give me one sec, guys. I have to send links to my messenger friends first. I don't think he's awake, but I'll at least try to get him up. Oops. There's the first link sent. We can go ahead and try this guy. There's that one sent. We can go on ahead. Hello, Sebastian. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Happy Retroween, or at least one of the early bird videos of Retroween. My eyes aren't working today. But how are you, Sebastian? What's going on, my friend? Good to see you're in the chat, buds. So how is everyone in the chat doing? I know it's kind of late, and well, at least for some of us, for me it's like 8 o'clock. So I'm still over at my mother's for the week because my adopted brother had to go out for a while. So, but yes, we had gotten the McDonald's Boo Bucket from my mother. It was very nice of her to get me this. See, there's the McDonald's logo right there. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's a McDonald's logo. So, um, so that's the McDonald's Boo Bucket. I also got another thing from my mom prior. It's like a little tiny Walmart branded sippy cup situation. But yes, Retroween is coming, guys. I'm just slowly working on it as we speak. We're still waiting for some of our YT friends on Messenger to answer the call of duty to come up on panel. So before I even think about dropping the link, so I I was thinking about dropping the link for Kolb's, but I don't know if he's still in the chat. So if he says he's still in the chat, I'll drop the link. So Colby, are you still in the chat, bud? That's only if Colby's in the chat. I don't know a lot. The two other people that are in my chat. So, well, I know Sebastian, but I don't know Augustus. So, I think I don't know Augustus. It sounds oddly familiar, but I don't. I can't remember, as you can tell. So, now, so far, my week here has been spot on, and it's been wonderful. Um, I've got all these lollipops to go through, these tiger pops to go through. So what else we got here? Oh, Ian, look at that! I had my chicken nuggies earlier with the Boo Bucket meal, and also I have apples, very good apples. That is my YouTube short. Says I don't normally eat these, but since my teeth aren't really hurting, I'll go ahead and eat one or two, try the whole bag. Last night, folks, I was in such a food coma because I had eaten like I had pigged out like crazy last night. It was chili bowl night, and quite frankly, it was a hell of a good meal. So, what good apples. So, who else goes to McDonald's? Uh, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Now, folks, my lovely grandmother made some a chili last night. It was so awesome. Now, I remember that she had put tomatoes, crushed tomatoes, and black turtle beans. The meat the meat of whatever. I actually forgot. I know that one of it was like bratwurst sausage meat.
I'm glad that I did decide to go back and binge watch through this because I'm in season 18, which is from 2020. I missed a few episodes. Yeah, well, we're staying downstairs. Well, not just downstairs. I was there, and Claudia's, yeah, and Darius's. I was all over the place. Yeah, I've actually missed a few. Now.
As I was saying, folks, I believe my grandma put like she just said she put crushed tomatoes, black turtle beans, the canned kind, and as well
Box so much that she doesn't even move when I slide it up behind the door.
and as well as everything
Not
else.
surprised.
Get a little more room. So Sebastian Augustus, I know I've seen Sebastian in my channel before. Augustus, how you doing, bud? Well, either way, I hope everyone's doing good tonight because this is the 26th of October, which means we have about, give or take, 8 more days. At least I think 8 more days. No, that can't be right. 7 more days until Halloween, which means Retroween will be coming out.
That means 5 more days, 31st. And it's the 26th. 5 days.
Thanks, Grammy. 5 more days. Sorry, we got that number wrong. So yeah, 5 more days until the 31st. So it's the 26th right now. So I mean, we can just go ahead and call this the 5 more days of Retroween. And of course, Retroween will be over and done with. Then we got Thriftsgiving coming up next month. Thrifty Skiving. Or as I like to more or less pronounce it, Thrifty Giving. Which that will be next month. And then, of course, the month after that, folks, as you all may know, we have Nostalgimus coming up after that. And then there's really no other big events coming up until about, for my channel events, there isn't anything big deal coming up until about April is one of them because I'll be my year anniversary of being on this channel. My birthday is the 20th of July, so it's not until like next year. I'm trying to think of some other things we've done on my old channel as well as this one. We've also got Nostalgimus in July coming up.
Until next. That's a wait.
I know. That's what I meant next year.
You need to talk about things that are nearer. Woody,
Yeah.
your head in the door.
But as far as current events goes, guys, I know that they were thinking about making a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I knew about that from a couple of people, some kids in my neighborhood, as well as some people I've talked to. Now, folks, I've gotten a McDonald's Boo Bucket from last year and this year's. And so far, I've only gotten in my prior like things. I've gotten the McPumpkin bucket before. I've gotten the McMonster bucket. I know there's a Boo bucket, being the ghost one, and the Witch's bucket, which is one of the main originals that was from back then. So at least not this one, but the reference of the whole Boo bucket idea has been going on since the original days of McDonald's Happy Meals, such as I think 80s is when they started giving out Boo buckets. So I believe when it hit the 80s era, I think that's when really the Boo bucket era started to commence. So. But I will research that later in case. So. Now, the only other Halloween based things I can remember, folks, from my or close to my childhood is really the old Goosebumps um Halloween Happy Meal, as well as the free soft drink coupon books, stuff like that, or even Wendy's involvement, the free Frosties that you would get with a coupon book that you would get around Halloween. So, and quite frankly, that's all I remember from my childhood for Halloween-based toys at a restaurant. When it, com- when it comes to actual Happy Meal toys in general, some of the first Happy Meal toys I can remember that I was playing with as a kid, and it's not just McDonald's Happy Meal toys. I believe we also had like this McDonald's play set of having the trays, McDonald's outfits. Like there were, if I remember correctly from my childhood, there was something that had to do with like plastic chicken nuggets and a whole thing of fries that was fake and plastic just for a play set. And quite frankly, I remember it pretty clearly, but not clear enough. But McNugget Buddies, I don't think I remember us having those per se. But like, as far as Happy Meal toys and McDonald's based toys, I still remember the McDonald's 2004 McDonald's toy handhelds. I have a couple at the house, one of which needs a new battery, of course. So. As far as the handhelds go from to McDonald's Happy Meal handhelds, the only ones I could really remember from my childhood. Well, actually, there's a lot that I remember from my childhood, but I remember the Sonic Racing one. Um, Basically the Spyro and Crash Bandicoot handhelds. I remember Tony Hawk. What else? There was another one. The a Stewart racing one that I actually own at the house along with the Spyro handheld. I'm pretty sure we used to own a Tiger Electronic of the WCW wrestling. We actually had one of those Tiger Electronics I can remember. So no, I didn't really fully remember my childhood of the family loving wrestling nostalgia until about late early 2000s when my brother Darius had said, or as we call him on YouTube, Onyx. He had basically walked up to, I think it was one of our parents' figures toy movie shelves. It was DVDs, and he had asked if he could watch like TNA wrestling, the old DVDs. I think that's where we actually got our love for wrestling DVDs and such. And then, of course, the other reason is that we had friends over next door that that well, they actually liked wrestling next door to me. I can't say their names or their parents' names on camera due to video consent laws. So all you need to know is that they're my friends that live in Maine still, and they basically used to love wrestling a lot. I would sleep over at my friend's house and we'd watch wrestling. So, and then became more apparent that we started to watch wrestling more often, like WWE wrestling. But then I started to slowly pick up pieces of my old memory in my head, my retro memory in my head, of some of the things we had owned, not just what I owned, but what my family owned in our old living place, wherever we used to live back before we moved into the trailer and everything else. Now, I knew that my mom used to have the Sting wrestler with the plastic bat set that she had back in the day for a costume like toy set of some kind sealed in a package. That I remember vaguely, but remember. As well as remembering vaguely that I used to have like a little Tykes coloring book table with chair. And I would sit there and color in these what looked to be from my memory stock a some form some hi hello some form of a WCW wrestling like coloring book. And funny enough, I'm sure some of you have seen in my collection at the house, I have a jumbo sized Teletubby coloring book. That is another thing that's straight from my childhood or babyhood or toddlerhood, whichever you want to call it. But it was back when I was a baby or a toddler at the most, at the least. And we had lots of things to do with Teletubbies, but I'm not going to get into it because I know that some of you people in chat don't like me talk about my Teletubby history, obsession, and addiction. So, Teletubbies was a great show and all, but I'm not going to get into it.
Love you, Zach.
Love you too. V. Love you too. V.
Yeah. Have fun.
I will. Anywho. But yes. Anywho. Living back in our day of back in Maine, I won't say where in Maine because it's not our address anymore. Therefore, I can't use it. I would never give out my address publicly, anyhow. But we used to live in a little I'll at least say the town we used to live in Maine. We used to live in a little, what I thought to be a very small town called Vassaboro, and that's really the furthest I can remember in facts of where I used to live in all that. So now, more things I remember from my childhood, such as retro toys or retro things based. I do remember we actually got what looked to be Burger King or McDonald's toys, and they were for Dragon Ball Z. Back in the day, I think one of the main toys we used to own was Piccolo, and his purple suit like thing. And I believe that's really what we used to own for that sort of thing. But I do know they were doing like a tribute sort of Happy Meal thing to the old series from the 80s or 90s, He-Man Masters of the Universe. And with the He-Man Masters of the Universe toy, well, I think you had to pay an extra dollar or two, but you would also get a free VHS with your meals. So, and we actually got the Masters of the Universe pilot episode. So, and I actually did not really like this episode of He-Man, given the one-eyeballed monster that gave me the creeps. So, hello, Scott Benedict. How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Sorry, I'm just really out of it and tired. I still got a long night ahead of me before I have to go to bed. So, anyway, I'm just so tired. Yeah, what's going on, Scott Benedict? YOLO, buddy. You only live once. And just in case no one's aware, there will be thrift shopping this weekend because Blessed Bargains is going to be open this weekend, which means there's plenty of good news that there will be thrift shopping this weekend for both the collection and content itself. And I'm really hoping to find some more PC games that are able to be played. And as well as that, I'm hoping to also find some Retroween products. But at the same time, I'm not because Retroween is almost over at that point. And, holding on to this Retroween stuff for a whole year is kind of hard. Given the fact that that we already know that my my bedroom at the house is very filled with stuff. I mean, I'm still trying to wait for spring just so I can wait until it's like spring cleaning time. And then I really need to downsize. So it's really where what it all boils down to is I need to downsize. So I thank you guys for the 2 likes. Much appreciated. Sorry I didn't notice it at first. So sorry that I'm all droopy. I literally took some anti-anxiety meds, and then also I'm sleepy as all hell. So the meds I'm prescribed to take for my anti-anxiety tend to knock me on my buttocks a lot. So because there's a lot of melatonin in the meds I take to lower my anxiety. So It's not like a lot of melatonin that I take in my week, like when I say daily or weekly prescribed meds. And I take these capsules and these tablets so I can get my medicine right. I guess you could say they're prescribed by my psychiatrist. So. But yeah. And that's why I get tired midday because the ones my psychiatrist had prescribed me really pack a punch when it comes to lowering anxiety and everything else. So, and they make me very sleepy. My meds do. So, yeah, Sebastian, I'm very tired. I don't know how I'm so tired, even though I took medication like melatonin and my anti-anxiety meds because I was getting anxious earlier. Um, even though I'm, even though I had my coffee this morning and everything else, and basically, I remember what I was gonna say. And basically also had a lot of energy to begin with and slept a decent amount that I would you would think I'd be able to stay awake. So it's like everything else, guys, you know. But I am gonna be getting off of here in a few because it's already been 34 minutes. I don't want to take up too much of my StreamYard hours. So I guess I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry I have to end this early, but I'm getting really freaking lethargic right now, and I don't think it can last much longer on camera. So I love you guys. May the retro be with you. Stay retro. Remember, not retro. You're repro. Live long and prosper. Peace and long life and kapla. And don't forget if you haven't seen this full video or restart it, or please be kind and rewind. Bye, guys. Let's go ahead and go to branding.